Hello everybody, welcome back to my Catan Board work diary. Today I'm going to experiment with casting the mold for my tiles. I'm going to do this using NV29 Silicon mix, and let's get into it. So the first thing I did was draw the lines for the frame around the tile so that it wouldn't waste too much silicon cast. Then using some foam core, I started building up the frame around it. I made sure to have the frame tall enough so that my silicon would rise higher than the top of the mountain, but not too high so that I'd waste silicon. When the frame was done, I glued the tile down into the frame and I weighted down the edges of the frame, some of my resin bottles. Now it was time to mix the silicon. Again, I'm using 29 NV. You mix it at a ratio of 100 parts A to 10 parts B by weight. I'm mixing it on the weight straight from the cans because I'm a bit cocky. It was a mistake, but when you do it, you should weigh them separately and then add them. Make sure to mix each one of them according to the instructions ahead before you mix them together. I mixed them thoroughly and then poured them into the mold frame. Now this silicone is great because it debubbles itself, so you don't have to worry too much. Now I didn't put any mold release on the cast because I noticed that it hampers my painting efforts of the casts later. So I was willing to sacrifice this the dummy for the cast. But, I'd be surprised, the dummy came out fine, didn't even lose any of its paint, and I gave it to my girls to have fun. Now let's experiment and see if the cast works. The first thing I did is I washed it with some soapy water. This will prevent bubbles when I cast. It'll lower the water surface tension enough so that there won't be bubbles in the cast. Then I mixed some plaster in a cup and poured it in and whacked vigorously on the table to release any bubbles that somehow did and managed to creep into the cast. After 15 minutes, it was ready to be decast, and voila, it was ready. The mold came out perfectly and details were captured amazingly well. The only issue I noticed was that my table is crooked, so that my cast out a crooked cast diagonally. That's something that anybody else would notice, but I noticed. And that's it. It was ready. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it interesting. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions of any other tiles, any creatures you want to see on Catan, please leave them below. And I'll catch you on the next work diary. Till then, bye.